Driving alone at night is unsettling, but imagine if you felt something was watching you, something you couldn't see. The road ahead is empty, stretching for miles under the night sky, but every nerve in your body tells you you are not alone. You stop for gas and the air grows cold. You step out of your car, and you hear it. Footsteps. You turn around, nothing. But the feeling never leaves. This isn't a ghost story, it's a real experience from a driver on Route 2 in Montana. What was following them? And what lesson can we learn from their terrifying encounter? It was September 2019, and a woman named Emily was traveling through Route 2 in Montana, one of the most isolated highways in America. The road stretched endlessly, with miles between towns. It was nearly 2 a.m., and Emily hadn't seen another car for at least an hour. But despite the empty road, she couldn't shake the feeling that she wasn't alone. Her first sign that something was wrong, the air in her car turned ice cold even though the heater was on. Then, she saw something. In her rearview mirror, headlights appeared far in the distance, but there was something off. They were too dim, too flickering, like an old lantern swinging in the dark. As she drove, the lights never got closer, but they never disappeared either, always there, watching. She stopped for gas at a small, empty station in a forgotten town. The moment she stepped out, the air felt thick, suffocating. She looked around, no wind, no movement. Then she heard it, footsteps. Not from behind, not from inside, but all around her. Emily froze. Every instinct screamed at her to run, but she forced herself to turn around. Nothing. The moment she got back into her car, the headlights vanished. There was no sign of another vehicle. The road behind her was empty. She sped off, refusing to stop until she reached the next city. Days later, Emily told her story to locals, expecting them to laugh. Instead, their expressions darkened. One man shook his head and said, "You were lucky. Some people don't make it off that road." Locals believe Route 2 is haunted by something old, something that stalks travelers who drive alone. Some call it a phantom pursuer, a presence that only reveals itself when you are truly alone. Others believe it's a warning, a way of keeping drivers alert, or leading them somewhere they're not supposed to go. Emily never drove that road alone again. Lesson: what can we learn from this terrifying encounter? Always trust your instincts. If you feel something is wrong, listen to that feeling. Don't stop unless you have to. Remote highways are dangerous for many reasons, both natural and supernatural. Never travel alone on isolated roads at night. Whether it's paranormal or human threats, solitude makes you vulnerable. If this story gave you chills, wait until you hear what's next. Subscribe to Music of Life for more real-life supernatural encounters. Have you ever experienced something terrifying on the road? Tell us your story in the comments below. And remember, just because you don't see something doesn't mean it isn't there.